What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Spy versus My Indicator. So today seemed to be just a very choppy and ugly day, and I know a lot of people got stuck in some areas that they did not like. So I'm going to give you some tips and tricks, but you have to remember, guys, using the indicator is going to help you 100% more than whatever you're using. You can see we had a great entry right at the get-go, and this is on the 10-minute chart, guys. Okay, so for the day there was 3 entries. Okay, now some people were DMing me and saying, hey, no matter what I bought a put, I bought a call, and it just is getting burned up because the market is chopping. And if you were one of those persons, you're absolutely correct, because look at those wicks, guys. Okay, lot of wicks. That means there's a lot of volatility. They're fighting, they're trying to keep the price down. At some point the bears were able to take this price all the way down and just rally it. Okay, so what's the tips or the tricks you need to get out of that situation? Well, I'm glad you asked that question, and here's what I'm going to show you. Okay, if you're going to day trade, if you're going to swing trade, you need to pay attention to this number right in here, guys. Okay, let me give you a different color so that you can see it better. Okay, we have a volume for today that was 36 million. Average is 52 million. What does that tell you? That tells you that they're slowing down the game. So if you take a look, 36 million, okay, and 52 million, that means, okay, and I'm going to give you easy math. The market is open for 6.5 hours every day. So if the average was 60 million and they're only doing 36 million, that means they're only using about half of the trades that they're going to use, guys. They're going to slow it down. Slowing it down kills your option. So how do you beat that? Okay, that's very simple. You need to buy time, okay? Until this volume here gets back to 52 or 53 million per day, you're going to get chopped up. So you need to buy time in your options. Now, you might say, well, they're too expensive if I go out in time. And what I'm going to tell you is that you should not be trading. Okay, don't trade if you can't afford to buy time, because they are killing the thetas, guys. Go look at those thetas and implied volatility. If you haven't studied the Greeks, watch the implied volatility as it grows during the day. Okay, all this here will chop you up. Okay, these wicks tell me that the IV percentage is changing, and if you go over to your options tables, you'll see, wow, the IV is going up. What does that mean? IV crushes your price. It takes it down. It takes whatever you own down. You can buy a call for today, and if you're getting these wicks, okay, your call is not going to make a lot of money, guys. So sometimes you're going to have to go in there and buy 10 of them, okay, if you want to do that. But I don't recommend that if you're not a fast trader, okay? So you need to understand the Greeks. And if you don't know how to do this, guys, there's a link below. Jump into some courses, because if you're losing more than $50 a month, guys, you need some courses. All right, so back to the indicator. So what happened today? Okay, these were easy trades, guys. Easy again. See, we had the green cloud. Okay, it flipped up. We made almost about $1 there. Okay, once we went down on this red cloud, guys, okay, look at that, $1.41. And then the last move here was a really nice one. We started chopping across here. Great time to sell. You have another $1.43 there, guys. That is $14 on SPX. And then we had our dip here, okay? And if you have taken my advanced courses, you know how to scalp, which I did at the end. It was a nice scalp for me. We found a base, guys. We found a base, okay? And let me remove that. I'm going to show you, okay? And this is one of the things I cover in the courses, guys. When you get a downtrend, okay, you're going to draw that little line there. And if they break that little line, and you're going to draw the other one that shows where the support is at. So at this point, they're either going to go down or they're going to pop back up. If they pop back up, you got to be fast enough to take this trade, okay? And if you're like me, you're going to mount up. You're going to pile up on calls so that you get a quick hit, but the hit is big enough so that you can say, hey, this was worth it. Okay. Now you also have to manage your risk management, guys. Okay. A lot of scalping opportunities here. If you guys, all you have to do is just draw your line and let them pop away from the line. You can see it happens all day. If you're a scalper, this is not hard. Okay, you can find a lot of opportunities just like in here, right? If I went across, I see them chopping here, they get past that line, but this one was easier because you have the cloud there. So lots of opportunities. I know it's slow. You have to buy a little bit more time, guys. Okay, if you were trading on the 5 minute, it was a little bit more noisy going across, but you did have great trades. Here's one. Okay, here's the second. And here was the third one. Okay, if you jumped in here and you got out, then you wait for the cloud to flip again, guys. Okay, and manage your lines. Okay, your entry should tell you, okay, should I stay in or not with the line? So on this one, it was simple. You cross both the pink and the blue line on the way up. Okay, and that's one of the things that you want to manage as you enter the trade. Do I have a strength line in front of me or above me or below me? Okay, we had the blue one here, then you had it again here on the way down. And once you enter the trade here, you see how close you were to the pink. You got some rejection. Okay, if you're a good trader, you know how to get out of this, okay, and not jump back in until this whole thing gets better. Okay, and getting better means it needs to find a base. Okay, so today they did find a base. I'm gonna show you how you do that. We've talked about this in the past, guys. Okay, you just draw your chop box. Okay, nice little chop box there. Let me change the style so we can see what we're talking about. And there you go. Okay, if we're in the box, okay, I would not take a trade, guys. Okay, and this is where the box started to end and they started to pop out and finally they got out. Okay, if we go over to the 10 minute, this is why I like trading on the 10 minute, guys, because this chop box doesn't really exist. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of it right here and you can see that there was a trade. Where's my little arrow? There was a trade there. Okay, and then we are under and you can sell here, wherever you want. Okay, but at the end, you don't have another trade until there. And you don't have to worry about the noise because you already sold here because you see you got green, red, green. So at some point you say, I made my money, I'm getting out. Okay, and you're managing that blue line on the 10 minute. Okay, look at that blue line. Okay, blue line there, guys. On the way up, blue line. On the way down, blue line. Okay, entry here, green cloud, blue line. Okay, if you're a day trader, this is where you show your patience. Okay, and you have to understand that if it's choppy, either you're gonna buy time or you go buy shares, guys. Okay, go buy you 100 shares of SPY. Okay, those shares will not have theta hurt them at all. And if it's too much for you, you can buy shares of Nvidia, any other stock on a chop day. But remember, the actual volume of the day makes a difference and you need to keep an eye on this stuff down here. Okay, now if this video, guys, is adding value to you, please drop a like, hit that notification bell, and if you haven't, subscribe. It helps the channel out. Okay, now the market did not boom up, but I want to show you something. I expected the market to take off today. I even loaded up on calls, guys, loaded up with time and nothing happened. Why? Because Apple got their ass handed to them by a Chinese phone company who just developed an amazing phone that's like a actual, if you go look at the videos, it's like a actual iPad and it breaks into 3 parts, comes with a cover, AirPods, and it has AI, something Apple hasn't been able to do, and they promised. But look at this. Okay, Apple just threw up, fell almost $7. This is support for Apple, guys. Okay, 213, 210, 208. Okay, my thought is, based off the history of Apple, that they are going to continue to get sold off. Not unless somebody says, hey, you know what, we're okay. I don't think so. Okay, to me, charts don't lie, guys. And if you follow me on all my videos, you know exactly what I'm drawing out here. Okay, Apple buyers, you need to be careful, okay, because this can take you down a lot further if this plays out. Okay, and I know some of you guys out there don't understand charts. When I say if this plays out, I'm talking about this line here. If it breaks this line, Apple can come back down and break all three of these supports and head down to 206. Okay, now I personally, if I see this in the pre-market, I am going to jump into an Apple short, guys. Okay, if you want to join me on that short, leave it in the comments below and say I want to join you, and I'll send you the play, guys, that I am going to buy if this thing starts breaking this line here. Okay, so this is why the market hasn't boomed. I'm still very bullish on SPX. I think we're going to head up. And this is my weekly chart. If you guys watch the video on the weekend and you understand how this is going to work, we are very close. Look at this weekly candle. I mean, it just pushed up. If you understand candles, guys, this is super bullish. When they start up here, they're going to make a run for it. Okay, now remember, this is going to take about 3 to 5 weeks, in my opinion. Okay, but that is the target for me still for SPX. So until the next video, guys, you have an amazing day tomorrow, and I hope it's green.